Hi there. My name's Camille Dungy, and I'm excited to be hosting 5 things I've learned about tending the gardens of creativity and motherhood. I'm a poet, an essayist, and a scholar. I've published 4 volumes of poetry and 2 collections of nonfiction. My own creative work is driven by a multitude of themes, but I find myself writing a lot about cultivation. The cultivation of our shared history, the cultivation of family, the cultivation of relationships with the natural world, and the cultivation of my own garden. In my new book, Soil, the Story of a Black Mother's Garden, I write about the intersection of my passions, being a mother and attempting to nourish a garden in my native Colorado. In Soil, I try to tell the story of my efforts to rehabilitate the soil and introduce native plants to create a life-giving space for my family and the local plants and animals we call our neighbors. But I'm also interested in the history of gardens and the history of public lands, which have often excluded people of color and women and people who care for children. So, Soil is also about the struggle to raise a daughter in the midst of a global pandemic and thinking about what it might mean to be the Black mother of a Black child in America today. For me, the subjects are inseparable. I see creativity as arising from the soil of our most fundamental relationships with the land, with our family history, with motherhood, with our children, and with the communities who are trying to live and thrive around us. I'm excited to discuss these relationships with my old friend, Steve Almond. Steve and I met in grad school as single people without much of a name as writers and no land to grow on. But we now move through the world as parents, as working writers, and as fellow gardeners. I hope you'll join us in this exciting conversation. Thanks a lot.